Vincenzo's Gold Crypto Investing, and a quick afternoon update here. You can see we're going to start off with Dent. You can see we've broken down. We hit our underneath double bottom right here with Dent. You can see right there we had our wick, buy back up. We had a little bearish continuation, a descending triangle, descending lower resistance, upper resistance, horizontal lower support. We broke through, came back up, tested it as upper resistance. If we drew that line out further, came back down, and then touched down to double bottom. Now on Dent, we could try to trade back up on our first upper resistance, this 0.00401, or this green 200-day moving average would be your first upper resistance, Jerome, right now. If you can continue to hold above this horizontal 0.002981, which is right here, if you can stay above that, you can try to trade up to here as your as a bounce back after fulfilling this underneath double bottom wick that we've been waiting for. And if we do indeed continue up to our upper resistance from current price, that would be a 25% move. But if we fail to hold this, Jerome, we know if this is just a little fake up and we come up and then hit the 100-day in blue and get rejected and come back down and fall through, we know we're coming down to this underneath target down here at 0.0025. Right, so that's what we're going to keep watching out for if we want to get bullish and more of a sure play. You got to get above the 200-day moving average and close above it in the 3 or the 4-hour time frame, right? So we know that, Jerome knows that, I know that, you all know that, and that's the state of the Dent right now. The SDN, my man was asking, you can see right now, if we zoom in here to the 1-hour time frame, you can see we're trying to bounce on this lower support right now. See that? I don't think this is ready to bounce. I think if this bounces, it's going to come up, get rejected by the 200. I think it's got to come down and touch this $1.31 first. I believe this is the coin you were asking about. As we take a look at this, I think this is coming down. If it comes up to 200-day, it's going to get rejected. I think it's coming down to the $1.31 mark. And that would be where I think you could have a bounce and a potential swing trade up to $1.80 up at your upper resistance. But I don't think it's ready to do it. I think it's got to come down a little bit lower and hit this ring, right? So we'll keep an eye on that. Revain coin, you can see it's coming all the way back down from that fake out that it had in Vincenzo's Gold Crypto Investing advised against buying into the hype up there. And we said if you bought into that, to sell into the rally up here. I remember doing a coin update right when I woke up, going to work at about 4:30 or 5:30 Central Time when I was in the greater Bloomington metropolitan area, right? And it has gotten bought back all the way down and indeed come back down almost to below from where it started, right? Just as we thought. And I think it's eventually going to come back down to this blue fib circle, 0.009, right? And if it can't hold that, you're going to come all the way down to this underneath falling channel that you tried to get supported on when you had that fake pump at 0.008. And then as we move along, going across the board in this afternoon update, we're going to go back into, let's take a peek at XRP. You can see we now bounced this morning, I believe, when we were talking. I believe we were down here this morning. You see we bounced off the 200-day and back tested that lower support that used to be upper resistance in the falling channel, and now we're coming up to me what looks to be a fabulous glowing all jabroni enticing double top right here. And I think what's going to end up happening here is we'll draw it out. You're going to continue to top out. You might squeak a little bit higher, and then before you know it, you're going to be trading back down into here, and then I think you're going to fall back into this lower support, right? So I think this is going to start to roll over on itself, and I think it's topping out up in here. I think you're going to have some kind of major overhead resistance there. And I think that's about as high as you're going to get in XRP right now. I think you're topping out because the volume doesn't look too impressive. And you can see when you pull out to the 4-hourly, you got the 200-day moving average right there. You see, I mean, it just made sense that there'd be overhead resistance there. So I think this is where you're going to top out the 200 days there. You hit it, got rejected twice on big candle wicks. I think this is going to come down and be your overhead resistance, and it's going to end up trading back here and retesting again and back testing for the second time your lower support, and then I think it's going to fail to maintain that. And I think when you come down here again, you're going to fall back into this trading area and then back within this falling channel, right? I think you're coming back down into there in XRP and in the Bitcoin. You can see where you've got a nice little pump, but I think again, with no volume, I think this is going to get rejected and you're going to end up coming back down here because I'm very bearish in the Bitcoin. I think we're in an extended bear market with some pumps along the way, but I think this is going to break down in the next few days, and I think you're coming down to double tap and double bottom right here at the 41,000 from back here at that wick. And then I think if you got bought back up, I think you would get rejected, and I think you're eventually coming down to the next leg down. I think you're consolidating in Bitcoin to fall to the next leg to the downside, and the next leg to the downside is all the way down here at 32,248. Like, subscribe, and share to Vincenzo's Go Crypto Investing. Peace and love. Peace and love.